everyone, this is Dr. Joe Johnson, and through a number of things that have gone on, I'm making another video on capability maturity in education. And I think this is really important because I've had conversations, run into the right people at the right time, and this sort of came out of that. So I'm taking a deeper dive into it. I actually went back to the Department of Defense and Carnegie Mellon work on capability maturity model, which is for software development, and applying it to education. And it does fit in quite well and can actually explain what can be done, what should be done, or even what must be done to start raising the level of education. And it's quite illuminating, I think. There's 5 levels, and I'm going to put the graphic up and we'll go through them really quick. This is going to be a fast drink from the fire hose. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I will have a document out that will have a little bit more detail and clarity in it. Okay. Level 1 is the initial. I've heard some people call it chaos. Key word on that is heroics. You can even put individual heroics, because what you're having there is teachers, instructors coming up with creating the work, the lessons on a day-by-day, week-by-week, course-by-course time frame. That is, they're recreating the wheel, reinventing the wheel each time the course is taught. There may be some work that they're reusing, but a lot of it is, one-off ad hoc things. And this is most of what goes on in education. A teacher will create that PowerPoint. They may or may not reuse it. And a lot of things are not shared that could be among other instructors of that same course. Very little commonality between that. And so it does take a lot of work, but things could be done better. Now, that leads us to the next level, repeatable. And this is where you're beginning to put things together, where more material is being reused. You might have projects to improve things. Now, a project is a one-off, unique instance where you're creating something new or improving something new, but the key parts of a project are that it is a one-time, unique deliverable. Keep that in mind as we move up. So we're beginning to repeat on the successes, and this is a key part, because you're going from one-off, one-time things to being able to repeat what actually works and make improvements on that. Now, level 3 is really where things start coming together, and 3 is important because this is where decent asynchronous online courses come into it. Now, a good asynchronous online course is going to be built on a common template or form, so that each and every course has a common form to it. So when a student comes into that course, they know where to look for everything. They don't have to relearn how to take that course. The instructor does not have to decide what's going to be the learning materials, the assignments, etc. Doesn't have to go and put this together as they go through the course, because it's already put there. It's all done. It's all researched. It is all engineered. And as that keyword is, it is engineering. And so a good asynchronous online course is an engineered educational product. It will cover what needs to be covered. It does not go into a lot of fluff, which could be a distraction. So everything is focused, and it actually can make learning easier. Now, compare this with level 1, which is heroics or individual heroics, where the instructor has to basically invent that wheel each time, or invent a lot of it each time it's taught. And that is the difference between emergency distance learning, which we're seeing during COVID, which are described as level 1, possibly getting into level 2, and level 3, which is where decent online education is already and needs to progress from there. Now, for managed, the keyword here is quality and processes. Now, processes are things that are done over and over. No longer one-time unique things. Now you can have projects to make improvements, but now your work is processes. You're using data to make improvements. Now you can be at level 1 and be using data and actually be good at using data, but again, a lot of what happens in the classroom is a result of heroics. Now, you can use data to support that at all levels, but now the data is actually being used to improve the processes, because taking a course, there is a process involved with that, and now you're improving on that, processes for improving those courses, etc. Level 5, I think, is another big step. The keyword I put in there is Kaizen. It is about quality, but now Kaizen is Japanese for continual improvement, change for the better. And a key part of that, I'll say, is the 2 pillars of Toyota. And the 2 pillars of Toyota are continual improvement, change for the better, and the other is respect for people, respect for the humanity. Because at this level, you need to engage the people that are teaching the course in order to get their input into making improvements, finding best practices, etc. Because at level 4, you may be using data, but at level 5, those out there teaching the course are going to see things long before they become a data point that management can use to put into it. Also, faculty, instructors, teachers are going to see a lot more of what's going on. And while you may be having iterative improvements in level 4, at level 5, you can have iterative improvements within each of those parts of the iterative cycle. So now you're making better improvements faster at level 5. Okay, I hope this helps. I will have a document out with some thoughts on this to help solidify it. Please let me know what you think, and hope you all have a wonderful and fantastic day.